Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show. And how is everybody doing? You're good? Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right. Well, we're going to get the show started, but I want to ask you something. What time is it? It's right. It's time for Hot Topics, and there's so much going on in the world. So let's start with a little bit of American Idol. How many people here love American Idol? Make some noise. It's kind of like, it's been on the air, off the air, and they keep switching up the judges. So the latest roster of new judges is Katy Perry. How many people love Katy Perry? Sort of. Undecided. So there's Katy Perry is going to be joining the judges, and then there's this kind of like a rivalry between the American Idol judges and The Voice. How many people watch The Voice? How many people prefer American Idol over The Voice? It's kind of back and forth. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's put it to the test, and I'll put your knowledge to the test. We're going to play a little game to see who can give us the name of the judge, the contest, and the song they perform. Because sometimes they have some very heavy-hitting judges on the show who are like world-renowned singers and producers in their own right. So DJ Josh Clark, make some noise for him. DJ Josh Clark comes with music, and he's also an R&B singer, and he's doing great things in the music world. And he's also going to set us up with a little bit of this Name That Judge contest. So whenever you're ready, we're going to play a few seconds of the song, and whoever says the name of the judge and the show and the song, you're going to win a prize. And Rochelle over there has some great prizes for you. So let's name that judge. Who's got it? Yes. Katy Perry, what show? We just said American Idol, and what's the name of the song? Somebody help him. Fireworks, there you go. Okay, so we're gonna have to split the prize in two. There we go. Okay, name that judge. Thank you. Cold enough to chill my bones. It feels like all right, over there. Who is it? Yes? What show? Uh-huh. Name of the song. Got it, over there. Okay, make some noise. Rochelle, give that lady a prize. Okay, 2 more tries. You still got this. Next song. Thinking? I know you know this. Who is it? Hand? Yes? Whoa! You didn't even bat an eyelash. You got it all down pat. All right, give that man a prize. Thank you. Okay, one more. Name that judge. She's just a girl and she... Alicia Keys? What show and song? You got it. My cousin Wendy right over there. Thank you. All righty. So, did anybody hear about the story of Michael Thompson, Counselor Michael Thompson? And he was on that flight from Jamaica with his mother a couple of days ago. They were traveling on an Air Canada flight, and some gentleman went berserk in business class, and he was upset that he had to move to the back seat of the plane and allegedly tried to open the back cabin door mid-flight. Can you imagine? Yeah, that happened this week, and people were very upset. Apparently people were crying, and Michael Thompson, who's now my new hero, subdued the man. He got him to stop. So call City Hall and say, Michael Thompson, you are the man. Can you imagine? That must have been so scary. So that's some local news for you. And he's got my vote next time. And some news in the States. And I'm not going to talk about the Donald, because we always talk about him. He gets enough press. But did anybody watch Miss Teen USA? You did? Oh, no. Okay. It didn't allow him to watch Miss Teen USA. But Kara McCullough, she won the crown Miss District of Columbia. She got the crown and a few boos to match that because she made some kind of statement saying that healthcare for Americans is a privilege, not a right. And caught a lot of heat from viewers across social media and in the audience. They didn't really like what she said. So, what do you know? So there you go. Katie McCullough, she's going to have to deal with that heat. And also another person in the media from Canada, Jagmeet Singh, who is the MP for Brampton, is now running for the NDP leadership. What do you think about that? Yeah, talk about fighting inequality. So he's going to be making history to be the first person who, of his background, being a Sikh and also wearing a turban, coming into the federal limelight for the party leadership. So kudos to him for fighting for equality in the political system. So there's a little bit of hot topics for you. We've got a great show, a lineup of stellar guests. So don't go anywhere. You're here, the Nikki Clarke Show, live. We'll be right back. All right. Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show. We have a woman who is in the community making change. She is a change agent, a motivational speaker, and also a host for an incredible conference that's coming up, the Change of Leadership. Please welcome Yvonne Akpoteva to the show.
Hi.
Was that a good job?
You got there.
You got almost there?
Yvonne Akpoteva.
Akpoteva. Take two. Sorry about that. Welcome.
Thank you, Nikki. I've known you now for like a few years.
A few years, yes. And look how the world just brought us back.
Yeah, turn it around.
Turn it right around.
Thanks for having me, Nikki.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. And I'm so excited about the wonderful things that you're doing. I know you have a company, Olive Blue, and we'll talk a little bit about that and this exciting conference that's coming up. So let's go backwards and talk a little bit about your background leading up to being a change agent.
Oh wow, where do I start? I think I'll start from take it back 20 years ago.
Okay.
I started that from when I schooled in England. I studied something at that point in time. I thought, I'm never going to do anything with this, business information technology and marketing.
Was that your choice or your parents' choice?
My choice, actually.
Okay.
I went there and I thought, this is exciting. I remember when we had to do something called project management, which is so popular now. And then I wrote on the notebook. So it was the first time we were ever doing something called project management as a course. And then I wrote on the notebook, this was before iPhones or text, WhatsApp. And I said to my friend next, I wrote a note, I said, what are we doing? They're using us as guinea pigs. I'm never going to use this in my life. You understand? What do I need this for? Rewind 2 years later, I graduate, and I'm going for a job interview, and they want project management skills, and I go there, and that's what it's all about.
I got this.
I got this. I went to my books to revise, and I saw the notes. But, I started off as business analyst, working with businesses, but at the same time, I was always working with individuals that were going through a change process and helping them just naturally, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to get there. I would help them. I'm working with organizations. They want to implement a new system. There's a merger and acquisition. There's some type of the change. I'm in there. It evolved, doing project management, change management, consulting. And I just found my passion. So I usually say I'm very blessed. I'm very privileged, actually, to know my passion and be pursuing it, which is really about helping both individuals and organizations drive change and achieve their goals. So I feel privileged to know what I've been called to do and doing it.
Awesome. And that's something that not too many people can say. Some of us are still challenged to find that passion work.
Yes,
and you found it.
Yes, and that's the first thing I do with either individuals or organizations when they come and they say, I'm trying to achieve this goal, or I'm trying to get this objective, or I'm trying to get to this destination. I take either the organization or the individual, I take us back to a clarity exercise.
Oh, clarity. Okay.
Yes, the first thing has to be clarity. You know, we have to be very clear of what we want, because sometimes we feel we want something, or we think we want something, or we already have an idea of how we want to get to the destination. But it's almost like, say, if the foundation be destroyed, what happens next? So I'm always, when I work with my clients, the first step is to be very clear about the foundation. Where are we? What do you want? Get that clarity. And once there's that clarity, it's almost like knowing your why. Why are you doing this? Why
Right.
do you want it? You know, what's success going to look like? Then that's the starting point to be able to achieve any goal you want, whether it be weight loss, whether it be start your business, whether it be career change, whether it be, you know, just be somebody you want to write a book. You know, it could be anything, but it starts with having clarity and knowing your why.
Okay. So once you're clear with the vision, then I guess everything makes a provision.
It does, because, you know, I find it, especially when you start experiencing challenges, because it's going to be a rocky road.
Sure.
It's going to be challenging. You're going to come across roadblocks. And if you aren't clear in the first place why you decided to start, or why you decided to do what it is that you're doing, you're just going to easily walk away from it.
Sure.
You walk away from it. But it also helps you drive any decision that you're making, you know, because when you get to that place where things look a little bit hazy, you go back to the vision, you know, is this the right decision? Do I relocate to this city? Do I relocate to that city, or move to another country?
Right.
So when you talk about myself, I've lived in 3 countries, you know, so moved, you know, to England when I was about 16, 18, actually 18, you know, then moved to, you know, Canada another 10 years later, you know, but making those decisions were very easy for me because I was clear on my why.
Okay.
I was doing certain things, and, you know, what the future looked like, or what my vision looked like, or what I wanted from life. It was easy to make those decisions
Yes.
because I was clear on what it was I wanted.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you are the host of a fantastic conference coming up. So let's talk about that.
Yes. The conference is called the Change Leadership Conference. That's very big for me. That's like a big dream come
Sure.
true. You know, I got inspired by, you know, really about what it takes to drive change. I've worked with a lot of big organizations, you know, top organizations, corporate organizations out there. And I've found that regardless of how much money an organization had, regardless of, you know, even from an individual perspective, everything came down to leadership. You could have a lot of money, you
Yes.
could have a lot of resources, it could be anything, but without true leadership, it wasn't going to be successful. That was it. And I worked with so many leaders and sponsors and even individuals to realize how, whether leadership from a personal standpoint, personal leadership, or whether leadership within an organization, how important it was. It was the missing thing. And with my passion for always wanting to drive positive change,
Yes.
or within organizations, change that brings return on investment, that's very key, because I've seen millions spent on projects, and we don't get the results we want because of leadership. So
Okay.
that led to the desire to want to put this conference together. So the conference is actually on May 31st in
Yes.
MTTC, the Metro Toronto Convention Center.
on Front Street.
And we're bringing in John Maxwell. which
John
is-
Maxwell, everybody.
which-
He's huge.
He's huge. You know, I thought, what better way to start, you know, the first conference than have who is considered the #1 global leadership expert. 25 million copies of books sold out there, you know, New York bestseller, who better? And we also have our own very Canadian innovation expert, CEO, Trent Hunter, who is Jeremy Gooch. You know, he's awesome, you know, one of the awesome authors, so we have him, Canadian. And then we have Paul Alofs, the CEO and president of the Princess Margaret Foundation, who has been successful in raising about $1 billion, you know, for what he's doing. And we have the Dean, Dr. Stephen Murphy, from the Ted Rogers School of Management. We have people from, we have VPs from RBC, Scotiabank, Holt Renfrew, you know. So it's just an awesome lineup. You know, it's going to be an awesome day whereby people get to come in there and listen from these experts or industry leaders who are actually leading change in their own various organizations, and see what does it take to lead change that is sustainable and tangible and be successful?
Yes.
It's really about getting those insider tips in terms of how do you do it and how do you make it happen. So it's going to be an exciting day. We're actually calling it more of an experience than just another event or another conference. So looking forward to it.
Yes, it will be a life-changing experience, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
I just want to say thank you because this lovely lady, courtesy of Yvonne, one lucky audience member will leave with a ticket today, and it's a $300 and some odd ticket for you today.
Yes, yes, it is $300.
So make some noise for that. To meet John Maxwell, who is a guru for so many people in leadership training.
Yes, it is.
So let me ask you a question. Who is a leader?
Who's
Quick
a leader?
definition, yeah.
A leader is somebody who has a people heart. A leader is somebody who listens. A leader is somebody who is willing to follow. A leader is somebody who doesn't always have to be at the front, but can also be at the back.
Okay.
You know, a leader is, it's not about self. It's about the purpose. It's about what's at stake. It's also about saying that, you know, when I'm leading people, I'm having that sense of responsibility that when taking decisions, it affects people. There's so many things a leader is, you know. A leader is a decision maker.
Okay.
You understand? And, you know, everybody sometimes when they look at leadership as the top, somebody who is at the top, above, leading in front. And that's not what leadership is about. Every single one of us are leaders because we can lead from the top, lead from the bottom, or lead from the side. So every personal leadership is very, very important. But it's one thing that, you know, I don't want to say I preach it, but, you know, I put it out there. We are all leaders because even when it comes to our own personal goals or things we want to achieve, or be it in the business place or in the workplace, we all need leadership skills in order to be able to succeed.
Absolutely.
At whatever we do.
Absolutely. So tell us, how can we get tickets?
To get tickets, it's at www.thechangeleadership.com. Thechangeleadership.com. You can go right there, get tickets, or you can drop us an email, info@thechangeleadership.com.
Okay.
You know, and if you're listening to this show, just send us an email and say, hey, I was on the Nikki Clarke Show, I was listening to you, can I get a discount? And we can work something out for you for sure.
You'll get a discount. We'll work it out for you. And how can people contact you for your assistance in consulting?
Oh, you can reach out to me you can also send an email to Yvonne at thechangeleadership.com, YVONNE at thechangeleadership.com.
Okay.
So,
I want to give a special shout out to a sister from another Mr. Daniela Spierlich, who brings quality
yes, she does.
people to the show and just doing wonderful things in the community. So thank you.
Yes.
It's a noise for her. She works very hard, so
yes,
always have to give her acknowledgement. So Yvonne, I want to thank you again.
Thank you, Nikki.
We're so excited. There's a raffle that's going around
Yes.
for a lucky winner today, and I look forward to seeing you May 31st.
Yes,
I will be there with my notepad
for
and pen.
sure.
Thank you
Looking
so
forward to
much.
having
It's a
you.
pleasure.
Same
Come back
here.
anytime.
Yes, for sure.
Yvonne, everyone. Change Leadership. We'll be back.